All right, guys, if you've made it to this video, then congratulations, you're part of the group now. So what I really want to focus on in this is how to find profitable wallets using software that's out there. We're going to be looking at two softwares right now. We have Gmgn, which is a free software, and then we also use something called unusual swaps. This is much more granular and lets us control the variables as much as possible and give us a higher chance of success when we find wallets. Okay. So what you want to do first is you can do this two ways. If you're doing unusual swaps, which is what I recommend, this is what I use. I find tokens that have run up extremely hard within the last week. So for example, we can look at Barsic here, right? So this was sitting at, what was it? Just yesterday it was at 28 million and today it's 293 million. So it's insane, 10x, like insane run. So what we want to do is copy this contract address, and we're going to go over to unusual swaps. We're going to set this to the Solana chain, and we're going to insert the tokens here. So search by token. So we can paste in the contract address, and we can search that. Search that. Okay, and then it's just going to show us a list of all the wallets that bought this token, but we can narrow it down further. So show me wallets that have bought this token within the first 90 minutes of launching the token. And they have to at least win 50% of their trades in a maximum of like 90%. The reason I use 90 is because anything that's 100% is probably a bot or a fresh wallet. So, it's an insider wallet that was fresh and was made to do one trade. So we don't really count those. And now you can see there's 101 and 102 entries. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then if we want to narrow it down further, we can look at wallets that bought at least $300 or $3,000. So that can kind of signal confidence that they think this is a good token to run. And we can look at how long they held it for. We want to put in that they held for at least 1 day. Okay. So they put in at least 3,000 and they held for at least 1 day. There might not be any results here. So we can just remove this. Maybe we can add the zeros here. Okay, so 0 entries. So we can change this back to 0 and it should reload all these results. Okay, so this is a wallet here. They bought $3,000 worth in the first 90 minutes and he wins 54% of his trades. He's made $56,000 in profit. Has a wallet balance of 362, and then so there's all this info, and we can click it here, and we can see the display, and we can also just copy the wallet address and go over to Gmgn and paste it up here, and this will present us with a much nicer visual of what this trader is doing. So we can look at the activity tab, and we can see in the last day this person has been selling BitCat. And if we hover and click this, we can see where he's been selling. So he bought there and then he sold, and then you can just see what the chart's doing. And we can see, where is it? Yeah, you can see how much profit he's made on each of these sales. So this guy got in pretty early to BitCat. It seems he put in $5,000 at 0.00593. And it shot up, and this guy, made a ton of profit selling at the peak here, 7 cents, and he got in when it was less than a penny, basically. He bought in, pretty early with $5,000. So this might signal that he's an insider. We can also look at his other trades. We can see he's been trading Barsic here pretty successfully. Click show more, and you can see just how early he got in. All these other tokens, I've never heard of them, but all it takes is you find one good runner and it can make up for the losses. So that's how we inspect and find wallets. And if we look at the recent P&L, this guy made 300% on BitCat, total profit 36,000. He bought $5,000 worth and then he sold $37,000. Barsic, I'm not sure where it is here, but it seems like his most profitable trade was that BitCat trade. And then PopCat, he got in, put in 1,500, and then I don't think he sold anything. Yeah, not yet. So he's sitting on $2,000 of unrealized profit. So that's one wallet that we can look into and we can follow it. Okay. And then we kind of just repeat the process. We can change these parameters. We can make it so like wallets that bought at least 1,500 within the first, I don't know, 180 minutes. We submit this, and again, we'll get a set of different results here. And you can see the win-loss ratio of these wallets. We can sort them out. We can copy that address, and we can repeat the process here. We can look up on Gmgn. We can look up this address, and we can look at the trades they've made, and we can verify whether or not they're actually smart. So this guy, the most he's made is 25%, which was $100 on Mo, which probably was 2 minutes ago, it says. Yeah. So he bought this 2 minutes ago. So we can look into this. It's at 2.99 market cap. If I want to copy his trade, I can. I can go into here. I can click on the token, and my wallet's connected to Gmgn, so I can actually just go ahead and copy this trade. If I want to buy 1 Solana worth, the trade will execute, and it'll show me where I bought. And what's nice about this is it'll also show you a live balance change. So, my balance is now 1.01 Solana, so we're now in a little bit of a profit here. So this might be a good wallet to track. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much the free tutorial on how to find and track wallets. Again, if you want to try this yourself, all the links to these softwares are below in the description. I used Unusual Swaps. This is about 1.5 Solana a month to get a subscription, and then Gmgn is free, but there's also a paid version. And yeah, I mean, you can try and do this yourself, but if you don't know how to do it and you need someone to guide you, that's why I'm also hosting a Wallet Hunter 101 workshop. This is going to take place later on in the month on November 28th. This is going to be limited to 30 students, okay? It's going to be $300 per student. And the reason we're doing this is because we're seeing a lot of beginners coming in and they have no idea what to do. They get scammed. They fall for all these tricks on Telegram and TikTok and all this stuff. So this is really for the baseline beginner who is not confident in doing this on their own. If you feel confident on doing it your own, I just showed you how to do it. So, feel free to try it out. But if you want someone to hold your hand and teach you, you can reserve your spot here. The link for this is in my profile. And keep in mind, this is something you have to do only once. Like once you learn this skill once, you can take it with you for the rest of the bull run, which is going to go on for the next 2-3 years, right? As long as Trump is in presidency. So I think it's really valuable. And like I said, we're limiting it to 30 students because we want to keep the class really small and tight. So if you want to decide on this, like act on it fast because this will fill up really fast. But yeah, otherwise, thank you guys for watching. All the links to everything I mentioned are in my description box. So yeah, happy hunting and take care.